Hi, welcome to Into Health. Today I'm going to show you some exercises to do during an acute phase of a frozen shoulder. This is when the frozen shoulder has happened in the last week or so, and you're basically almost unable to move anything from your shoulder. So the movement is very limited, and the aim of these 3 exercises is to start creating some range of movement in the shoulder. Just remember that at this point there's a lot of inflammation in there, so you have to be very gentle with the exercises, and you start with very few repetition, and then you just go up and up and up into the repetition until you can start moving a little bit more, and then I'll show you some other exercises that you can do in the second phase, okay? So there's 3 parts to this. There's the walking up the wall and down. So you walk yourself onto the wall, you're placing the hand, let's say you've got the frozen shoulder on the right hand, okay? So you're placing your fingers on the wall and you start walking your fingers up, and then wherever you reach your point, then you start walking them down again, okay? Also, what you're trying to do all the time is to squeeze the shoulder blades towards the spine and do the movement keeping that in place, okay? Most of the time the injuries that happen on the shoulders are because it's a very complex joint, and most of the time we've got bad posture that creates a sort of imbalance into the muscles, okay? So as you're squeezing the shoulder blade towards the spine, you might feel pain already, and then you're just walking the fingers up, and then it would be good if you would be able to reference it. So every time you do this exercise, you can tell if you can go slightly more up than the previous time. And then eventually you want to work all the way up so that the arm is all the way up, and then you walk the arm all the way down, okay? Try to keep a visual point of where the fingers can go so that you can see if you're improving or not. The second one, you're supporting the bad arm and you're trying to basically wash the face. So you're moving the arm with the good arm. So supporting the elbows underneath with the good arm, you're making the movement with the left arm, okay? So you're basically trying to wash the face, one direction and then the other. And this creates a little bit of movement. Always do the movement so that you're obviously gonna feel pain, but it's not excruciating, okay? You do this for about 5-10 seconds on each side until you can do it quite well, and then you basically carry on for a little bit longer. The third exercise, you need something to lean onto, so a chair is perfect, and then what you need is a bottle of water. Now I would suggest on the acute phase to have a half a liter, this is 750, but to have half a liter bottle that you don't fill up completely. So you start to half fill, and then when you're fine with that, you fill it up completely. Once the half liter is fine, then you progress to a bigger bottle, okay? So the weight gets more and more, but you're gradually getting there. You need to bend, so you're placing the water bottle onto the bad shoulder. You're bending the opposite leg to the frozen shoulder forward, so you're stancing so that you're basically, the good side is forward, bent, and you're placing the hand on wherever you are on the shoulder, leaning forward, squeezing the shoulder blade towards the spine, and you start making little circles in one direction. So you need to really let go of the arm, but you're squeezing in the shoulder blades towards the spine. So you're not here, you're squeezing the shoulder, leaning forward, sucking the belly in, so you're protecting the lower back. And you're making smaller and small circles. You don't have to lean forward as much as me. And then you're increasing the circles more and more. And then you're stopping. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards the spine and start making small circles the opposite direction. You can see that my arm is loose, okay? And then you're making bigger and bigger circles. The only thing that you're doing is squeezing the shoulder blades towards the spine. That's it. So you're starting with a small weight, small circles one direction, small circles the other, and then you're increasing the weight, you're increasing the circles as your shoulder starts to improve, okay? That's the 3 exercises that you need to do.